What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with the process for Wednesday, August 3rd. We're going to be taking a look at last night's MLB results, along with this Saturday's UFC contest. I was going to look at baseball this morning, but then I remembered that it's a big early slate, and if I do that, by the time I put this shit out, you guys will never, ever see it. So, we'll talk baseball tomorrow and likely on Friday. You know what we'll do on Friday? Or maybe tomorrow. I don't know how we're going to do it. I want to look at PGA Showdown contests at some point in time in the near future. So let's put a pin in that. And let's also hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. And then the biggie, go check out PrizePicks, presenting sponsor of this video. Go to PrizePicks.com, sign up using the promo code AWESEMO, AWESEMO. You can get up to $100 on a first match deposit bonus. So if you put in $50, they don't just give you $100. That would be awesome. Otherwise, you'd put in a dollar and you'd get 99 to the good. Just put in 100. They'll match with 100. You're going to start out with 200. We've got plenty of tools at Stokastic.com that will help you out. If you're watching anything on YouTube for PrizePicks, make sure you're watching Eric Lindquist. He has been crushing the PrizePicks game. All those videos can be found here on our YouTube channel. That's why I told you to subscribe at the beginning. So go do all of that, everybody. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a sip of my coffee. And it's going to be slightly silent. You'll hear the dulcet tones of whatever my background music is. Delicious. Okay, here we go. So for last night, you needed some combination of Braves and Yankees. I had a lot of the Braves, and I got the wrong New York team because I had a lot of the Mets as well. I was a little chalkier yesterday, probably than I wanted to be, but I was generally speaking happy with my lineup construction, so I can't be too mad. And I'm not really mad about my results either. Winning lineup last night in the mini-max that I was in, you needed to have Kevin Gausman and Spencer Strider. They both went for 40 yesterday. To the guy that said that Spencer Strider at 8,300 was overpriced yesterday, you, sir, aren't bright. Just absolutely rolled. Best start of his career. 5-man Brave stack, 3-man Yankee stack. This is just an absolutely massive lineup. JMB DFS won going away 241.8. He won by 22 fantasy points. That's like having an extra player. In the relay throw, he would have won the relay throw by 9. And Hurless here actually won by 25. So just an absolutely exceptional lineup in this mini-max from JMB DFS. So if you happen to be a guy that watches this, congratulations. That's a fantastic lineup. Big, big, big total. For me personally, 4 lineups into the top 1%. Almost a fifth knocking on the door, but a couple more in that second range. A lot of Brave stacks. I did have some. It did look kind of okay starting out. I had a decent Diamondbacks lineup. Little did I know that was going to get run out of town. I had a couple Orioles stacks that pulled away as well. But for me, happy with what I got. If I got 4 into the top 1%, I can't be too mad. Another 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 357 times 2 is a number I can't do in my head. 714. Okay. So 4 into the top 1%. 1, 2, 3, 4, and another 5 into the top 2%. That's a win. That's a win for me. That's 9 lineups into the top 2%. I will take that. That's quite a bit more than it should be. So that's a complete dub, even though profitability was not what I had, but that's not what we're paying attention to. I already sorted out the pitchers. I had a ton of Burns. His implosion in the 6th was less than stellar. We'll say that, although he was heavily, heavily owned. If we just want to show you my stack exposures, most exposed to the Mets, that was a complete and utter failure. Only Lindor was of any sort of value. So yeah, that didn't help. Braves were my second most exposed stack. Honestly, I thought this would have benefited me more. Maybe something that I want to dig into at a later date, because I was, 3 times, like, Acuna, everybody had, and he was fine. But Eddie Rosario, second most exposed Brave for me, only 5% owned in this contest. I can't ask for much more there. Dansby Swanson, I had 13. I had 12 of Ozuna, who went for 28. That's 3 times the field. 12 of Orlando Arcia. He went for 16. That's a couple times the field. I thought that I would have had more Brave stacks break away, but unfortunately that just did not happen. Kind of a shame. Let's actually take a look and see why that happened. So, what's the easiest way to do this? I guess I could just go team stacks here, and then is there a way to remove other teams? I guess we could just look at it here. There's not going to be too many Braves options. So I had 21 solo Brave stacks with just rando one-offs. That's where we got 4 of my 9 top 2% lineups. So it's really just a case of, and even 2 of these had the Gossman Strider combo. So let's see where this one went wrong. So we had the Brave stacks 1, 2, 5, 8, 9. Harris wasn't great, but like in terms of Brave stacks, that's I can't complain with what's there. Eugenio Suarez as an individual one-off bat certainly worked, but a random Seth Beer with the 0 as it should have been. And then MJ Melendez, who I'm very, very happy to have had in this lineup, just didn't have the output that you were looking for. So got to 181. It's one of my better lineups. The other lineup right underneath that was the 5-man Brave stack: Olsen, Riley, Rosario, Ozuna, Acuna. So Olsen and Riley, 2 bats that you would absolutely want in a stack from the Braves, didn't really get it done. Dixon Machado, bad. Rougned Odor, bad. Complete 0. Cal Raleigh, totally acceptable. Just a couple extra little pieces that needed to get put together. Now, I don't. The chances of chasing down 241 at the top were very, very difficult. You know, this lineup obviously was looking a little bit better until the Burns implosion. Had the 34 from Jorge Mateo in it, which would have been helpful, but Nick Prado was bad. Nothing you can do there. Something to look at, though. I'm not upset about the construction of these Braves lineups. I had the pieces. Pitching kind of broke away. I played probably a bit more DeGrom than I was expecting. He still got to 20, which on a normal day would be fine. However, doesn't matter all that much when you get 2 guys that are going for 40. What I do want to say, because I like gloating, and I'm sure if you've watched our shows, you would know that 181.8, my best lineup. And if I look at the relay throw, the best lineup for one Adam Ship My Money share, 177.8. Beat him at the top end. I'll take what I can get. More lineups in the top 1% and 2%, but he was also in a much more difficult contest. Adam had some Brave stacks get to the top, some Diamondbacks, some Orioles. So not the best day for Adam. I'm sure he's crying into his piles of money from MMA and from baseball last week. That's for sure. That's baseball, though, for yesterday. Again, I'm very happy with the top end lineups that I'm getting. Process is dialed in right now. On Friday, on Monday, we'll reevaluate everything that happened this week, since I'm finally getting just a normal week in my home, in my office, so we could look at it. But it's gonna look good as far as I can tell. So, yay, baseball. Now, what we need to look at is this. MMA contests for this Saturday, and it looks pretty similar to 2 weeks ago. You know, it's never going to look like a pay-per-view card, but if you're playing the MMA cards this Saturday, and I am absolutely playing, I'm very happy with everything that I put together while I was live at the final with Adam. Unfortunately, it didn't break the way that I wanted it to, but pre-lock, I couldn't have asked for a better setup. So you can get into the hook this week. It is slightly bigger than it normally is. If we look back 2 weeks ago to the card on the 23rd, you'll see the hook was a 50K contest, and it had a decent payout structure. This one's different. They've doubled the size of the contest, so it's a 100K prize pool for the $8 buy-in, so $1,200 to max it. You cover 1% of the entries when you're in it. It's paying out 51% to the top 1% of the contest, 43 times your buy-in if you get an average 1% lineup. I think the hook looks incredible this week. You would hope, you would want to get a little bit of reduced rake. You do lose that 1%, which is helpful. But honestly, that juiced up prize pool, is a very good alternative to getting into the throwdown. That is the $18. That's the biggie. 500K prize pool. 2,700 to max that. It's going to be a little bit softer in general. However, it's going to cost you twice as much money to get in it. So if you can get to maxing the hook, I think that's great. The armbar is sort of like a slightly easier version to get into than the hook. You know, it's only going to cost you $750 to get in. Similar entry spread. For the most part, similar amount of money going out to that top 1% of the contest. All three of those look good. They're just going to be pricey. The haymaker is going to be the contest you really want if you don't have a ton of money. And in MMA, much like golf, like we talked about yesterday, you have time to build these lineups by hand if you're not an optimizer person. $3 per lineup, 15K entries. It's a 20 max. You can build 20 entries over the course of the next couple days. 40K prize pool. You're going to get 38 times your buy-in if you get one into the top 1% on average. Now, that average is obviously skewed by the top end, but you guys know the drill. If you're putting those 20 lineups in, that's 0.13% of the entire contest. Soft field. This is the best thing that you could do if you're trying to build your bankroll, because it's only a $60 outlay, and there is not going to be a ton of competition in that contest. I'm jamming away at the mini max. 60K prize pool, 150 entries. I'll probably get in the haymaker as well, but dollar entry, so it's $150 to max it. If you are a very, very small percentage of that field, 35 times your buy-in. After that, it starts to taper off. They're not running the leaderboard contest any longer, so the $5 single entry clinch actually looks pretty good if you're looking to get into a single entry. After that, I think these sort of taper off a bit. I don't have a ton of interest in this flying knee contest. 25 times your buy-in to get into the top 1%. It's soft enough to get it, but only 30% of the prize pool going to that top 1%. I would just want a little bit more. So in summary, if you have the money, I think getting into the hook is the most interesting contest you can get into this Saturday for MMA. If you're limited in funds, please play the haymaker. I think that's your best bet and just sort of the best overall contest because it's going to be the softest field you'll find. I'm going to get in the mini max because I love to 150 max, and we can evaluate my results on Monday. But that's where we stand for MMA. So tomorrow we'll take a look at the baseball slate. I'll start trying to figure out the easiest way for us to look at PGA Showdown. Maybe that's something I can record Thursday night instead of Friday morning. So maybe we won't have an evaluation thing because I've never played any PGA Showdown before. I've never even looked at the contest. So I think that it would be pretty fun to take a look through those contests and see what's out there. I want to start playing a little bit more PGA. So let's do that. I'm going to record that one Thursday night. It'll go out a little bit earlier than it normally does, and we can evaluate round 2 showdown of the Wyndham Championship. That's where we're at, everybody. Like, subscribe, notification bell, and then go sign up at PrizePicks using the promo code AWESEMO, AWESEMO, $100 instant match deposit bonus. Thank you for joining me. Good luck for everything that you guys do today. I'll talk to you again tomorrow.